Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight, beans are up about 7 cents, corn and wheat unchanged. There was a little bit of rebound in prices after yesterday's losses. Some people link this to some technical considerations. The beans failed to take out a gap area on the downside, which rebounded, and now you've got what some people call a bull flag formation. If the market takes out the previous highs, we could go higher on just technical buying. Over in the corn, we inched a little bit higher overnight, taking out the previous high, suggesting that we may trend higher. Again, long term, the corn market continues to look at lower acres next year and maybe a little bit lower carryout in the United States, which offers some support, especially given the uncertainty at this time of year and what kind of weather we're going to have down the road. The upside potential, though, is limited because U.S. farmers have a record amount of corn to sell from last year's crop. Wheat market also showed a little bit of a positive sign. If we make new highs, it suggests that we can move up maybe 10 or 15 cents in the wheat market. Again, maybe lower U.S. acres, maybe lower U.S. supply might be offsetting the fact that we have too much supply in the world. Over the beans, I think we're still trying to trade weather. The market's trying to figure out what kind of weather South America's having. After some unexpected rains in southern Argentina over the weekend, the 2-week outlook looks for normal temps, maybe normal to above, and normal to below rainfall. That could begin to stress crops there. We're also getting a little bit too much rain across parts of northern Brazil, which could be slowing harvest there. Right now, in general, commercials are not concerned about the South American weather outlook. We'll also be watching China. Some people feel that China has bought a large amount of beans to date. They're going on their New Year holiday, lasts about a week, but then they may come back and start buying beans again. And so we'll see if they buy from South America, if they buy from the U.S., how much, and what the impact that might have on prices. Also in the wheat market, the Russians continue to talk about lowering prices to try to get some of their supply exported out of their country. And then finally, China made some comments yesterday after President Trump's comments during his inaugural address, saying they'd be more than happy to take over a lead as exporters if the United States decides to have some protectionist or isolationist policies. Again, the Trump factor in the grains offers a little bit of resistance. After yesterday, Trump decided that he's going to overhaul NAFTA and got out of the TPP. So again, kind of a mixed trade in the corn and wheat. Beans up. Technically, there are signals that the trend might be higher in corn, beans, and wheat. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.